How does the Second Amendment prevent gun violence? The Second Amendment, how does the Second Amendment prevent gun violence?
You're the one that believes that the insurrection
Step out of the way.
a terrorist.
You're blocking a member of Congress.
Excuse me, ma'am.
You're
Excuse
blocking.
How does the Second Amendment prevent gun violence?
You're the one that believes that the insurrection.
Step out of the way. You're blocking a member of Congress.
Excuse me, ma'am.
She wasn't happy with the question. She wasn't happy with multiple people asking her and putting her on camera for those questions. So it was a kick she put at her feet. Maybe it was one of those, middle school tricks where you kick the person's foot and hope they fall. I'm not sure, but she tried multiple times.
Just focusing on now, their viewpoint and their arguments typically being, well, this won't fix things 100%. So let's do nothing at all. Or better yet, let's go in the wrong direction 1,100 miles an hour. You know what I'm saying? It's like there's some gaps here. This won't fully fix it. There's still going to be some people who get through the loop. So let's do nothing at all. And that's typically their plans. Though that's literally what their proposals are. It's let's stop progress from happening. Let's stop people from doing that. That's their whole entire ideology. And at a time where everything is completely out of control, obviously we know that doesn't work. And yeah, she kicked that woman on purpose. Which really just kind of goes to show she's a little more slick than she gives off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but she wasn't expecting it to be caught. And maybe she was, or maybe she doesn't care.
You can't buy a beer when you're 18 years old. Why do you need to be able to buy an assault rifle?
You know, I think part of the conversation, we have to be unified. This country is not unified.
I want to go back to my original question. Why does an 18-year-old in Texas need to be able to buy an assault rifle?
The reality is this isn't a new topic. There's been a lot of legislation that's been out there.
You haven't answered my question, though. Why does an 18-year-old need an AR-15 in the state of Texas?
So this is how the legislative process works. Is Congress determines the laws. Right now, we have a Congress that won't talk to one another. There's so much rhetoric and hate.
Gonzalez, I don't know why Congress sucks so much. You're part of it. Stop. If I always bring up Subway. For some reason, I bring up Subway every time. If I'm a sandwich creator at Subway and someone comes in and says, "Hey, I'd like a cold cut trio," and you go, "You know what the problem with Subway is? Their employees don't really do anything," and you walk away. I think you might get fired. Why you dog out what you do and you're the one that's not doing it? Okay, there's Tony Gonzalez dodging the question because he's playing politics with this issue is what he is by not talking about real solutions.
I'm surprised that that other congressman wasn't able to say, of course 18-year-olds shouldn't be able to buy an AR-15, but because we hate each other in Congress, we can't get anything done. That would at least be a more sensible sort of argument for doing nothing than just dodging the question. And that's the thing, is Republicans have to stop, and I'm glad to see some journalists repeatedly asking the question, should they have an AR-15 at age 18? At a certain point, we all have to say, regardless of our political persuasion, regardless of our feeling about guns, this is a problem. This is a unique problem to the United States because of guns. And if you want to protect the farmers who need to, slaughter their animals that are in pain or whatever, fine. Do you need an AR-15 to do that? No.
A state Senator Randy Fine from Florida then had to say about it because he was pissed off from this. Apparently, it really bothered him. That very milquetoast statement that Joe Biden just said there, because he then tweeted this out. Check this out. He says, "I have news for the embarrassment that claims to be our president." Okay, try to take our guns and you'll learn why the Second Amendment was written in the first place. Oh, tough words from Randy Fine there on Twitter. After this whole thing happened with his tweets and people caught attention of it, I think he was relishing in the moment. So reporters surrounded him and he tweeted these moments out and he said, "Look, the gaggle of reporters surrounding me. Check this out." He's very proud of himself. Let's watch what he had to say to these reporters.
I think when the president of the United States gets on the day of a mass shooting and says he's going to come and take people's guns away, that's incendiary. He turned his speech into a speech on gun control. It was hugely inappropriate. It was hugely inappropriate to do that day. If they are going to start this, they cannot expect us to sit silently while they try to strip our Second Amendment rights away.
Just to clarify, this morning, the House Democrats said nothing about taking away guns.
I wasn't listening. I have no idea. Since they threw a little temper tantrum on the floor last session, I'm not all that interested in what they have to say.
Well, they did the favor, as they were talking about this morning, perhaps expanding the red flag law so that family members.
I'm not interested in their ideas.
So family members say my son is.
I'm not interested in their ideas.
I mean, I was enjoying the clips you were playing because I've scored Republican NRA talking point bingo. You had everything there. You had woke left taking away guns, your non-freedom space, or your freedom to die space, essentially, politicizing the issue and more guns in schools. All of those are ridiculous. Woke left is just red meat here. This has nothing to do with the woke left. Before you had terms like wokeism or woke scolds that the right wing tried to use to do just nonsense culture war stuff. I hate politicians like this. This is just the worst of what American politics has to offer. It's disgusting.
Yeah, he likes the attention. Let's keep it real. That's what's happening over there. And hopefully he gets the kind of attention that gets his ass out of office, because he absolutely doesn't care about his constituents. In fact, he's celebrating their deaths right now with his smiles. And I'm gonna go pick up my son. He said at the end of that first clip. Just to let you guys know, I'm gonna go pick up my son. Many people are not picking up their sons or daughters anymore.